Hey guys, what's up? This is H.A. Duke, and it's been a while since I've done anything or done any videos. I've been working a lot and doing a lot of other things, and anyhow, I've recently injured my shoulder. I can't remember the name of the thing. I think it's called the lumbar or something like that. But anyway, I tore some muscle inside my shoulder socket, and I had to have a steroid shot yesterday. I've got to go back on the 24th of April for a follow-up appointment to see if the steroid shot took care of the problem, and have another MRI done to where they can actually get in and see the rotator cuff. Hopefully everything will be fine. If it is, then I'll have one more steroid shot. I'll be good to go. If not, then depending on the severity of it, I may have to have surgery, but we'll see. But anyway, I've got a lot of time on my hands right now. I had to leave my job because I can't do any type of lifting or anything with my shoulder for the next 6 weeks, at the minimum. So, going to try to get this channel up and going again. I'm going to try to get EFW going, a few other streams, different things in my spare time. But this video, I wanted to, I hadn't done this before, but with WrestleMania being this Sunday, I figured I would do my WrestleMania predictions for WrestleMania 34. Now, this year's WrestleMania, I'm actually kind of meh about it. I mean, some of the matches look like they're going to be pretty awesome, but it's just, to me, in my opinion, WWE didn't really put a lot of effort into trying to make the storylines more interesting, I guess you could say, and less predictable. And I'll talk about that throughout my predictions for the show. Now, I'm not going to touch on NXT TakeOver because, to be perfectly honest with you, I have completely lost touch with NXT. I need to start watching again and try to get caught up and see all that's going on. But I didn't even know that EC3 was even in NXT. That's how back I am. Ricochet, I mean, I heard he was coming, but I didn't even know that he was actually there already, more or less having a match at TakeOver this Saturday. So I won't talk about predictions for the NXT TakeOver event, but I am going to go ahead and talk about the other matches. So to kick things off, let's just talk about the two Battle Royal matches first. Now, the women's Battle Royal match, I feel it's good that they're having one. I think that's pretty cool. The women are finally getting matches that they should have been having years ago, in my opinion. Going to be able to get to compete with, like the men and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like this is kind of a lazy way to book these ladies for WrestleMania. We've got two women's matches, and those are the two women's titles matches at WrestleMania. I feel that Bayley and Sasha should have been given a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. I really do think that that should have happened. I'm really shocked that they didn't get one. I think it's unfair to both of those ladies for all the talent that they have and all the things that they've done throughout the year, that they did not get that one-on-one match at WrestleMania, and instead are being basically thrown in with a bunch of other ladies for this Battle Royal. Now, as far as prediction goes of who I think will win that match, it's really up in the air. I'm thinking most likely it will be either Sasha or Bayley, simply because I think that storyline, they're going to really work on that a little bit, hopefully in this match. I can see one of them eliminating the other. There's also the possibility that they eliminate each other at the same time. I'm not sure, but I'd like to see it come down to Bayley and Sasha and one of those two actually win it. To kind of, if not maybe put more spark on that feud, to actually maybe kind of rest that feud going into the Superstar Shakeup next week. And, we'll see what happens out of that. But, you've got some of these NXT women that are coming up that could potentially steal the spotlight and maybe win that match as well. We'll see. So the women's Battle Royal, whatever. The men's Andre the Giant Battle Royal match. I have to go with Baron Corbin on that one, and only because of the year that Baron Corbin has had. I mean, you think about it for a moment. He won Money in the Bank, and then he was screwed out of that. He won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I can't remember, 2 years ago. He won it 2 years ago. Now, I feel that this is a must-win for him, just to kind of get him some more legitimacy and get him back into the picture of being a potential threat to champions. And I think with him becoming the first ever two-time winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I just feel that that's really going to help his career a lot. I think it's going to kind of skyrocket him and push him in the right direction. I think WWE really screwed him over this past year. I mean, the whole thing with the Money in the Bank, the being the placeholder for the U.S. title, all that, I just feel like was little ridiculous. I think WWE at least owes it to him. He's an incredible talent. He's great on the mic. He's great in the ring. He takes care of the people he's up against. I think that he deserves this. So I'm going with Baron Corbin to win that. I hope he does win it. We'll see. Now, the 205 Live match for the Cruiserweight Championship, I have to be honest, not for it. I don't follow 205 Live, and that's just me. I've never really been that crazy about cruiserweights. You can hold that against me if you want. So I really don't have a say or a care really which one of these two guys win. I'm sure they're going to go out there and put on an incredible matchup. So we'll see what happens. Tag team title matches for Raw. The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro taking on Braun Strowman and a partner of his choice. I really thought that they were going to reveal the partner on Raw this past Monday night. I thought the whole thing with Braun Strowman was pretty funny. I was like, man, that was well done. I thought that was pretty hilarious. But at the same time, if you really want to think about it, they kind of stole that from TNA with the whole thing with Abyss and Joseph Park. Seen that, been there kind of thing. But whatever, you know. Now with Braun, my opinion is don't give the guy a partner. Let him go out there, let him destroy Sheamus and Cesaro, and give him the tag titles. It would be history making, you know. The first ever time that somebody holds tag team titles by himself. I think that'd be great. Braun Strowman is the man that can do it. Now, Braun Strowman has had an incredible year, but he's also been screwed over. He should have had the WWE Championship, in my opinion. I really believe he has. I mean, you build this guy up to be this incredible monster, this unbeatable force, you know, this whatever you want to go with, and he constantly comes up short in the big picture. You know, his matches with Brock Lesnar, the Fatal 4-Way with Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe involved, the Elimination Chamber, he freaking dominates the Elimination Chamber just so he can be fed to Roman Reigns. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Braun Strowman, in my personal opinion, Braun Strowman should be the one taking on Lesnar this Sunday at WrestleMania for the title, and he should be the one that beats Lesnar. That's my opinion. I just think that he deserves it more than Roman Reigns. The fans want that more than they want to see Roman Reigns do it. But as far as the whole thing with the WWE, we're going to definitely give him a partner. He has to have a partner. I had it dwindled down to 3 potential picks. Now, one of those I'm taking out because I did read on the rumor sheets or whatever you want to call it that Rey Mysterio had an opportunity to compete at WrestleMania, and for whatever reason he turned it down. Because I was thinking, well, maybe Rey Mysterio would be his pick. But no, okay, that's not going to happen. My second pick is the Big Show. I feel that this is an opportunity for the Big Show to come back, have one last run. I could see him and Braun Strowman being incredible tag team champions, especially considering the feud that they had, last year or whatever, breaking the ring, all the different things they did together. I think that would be a pretty cool tag team. But then at the same time, more I think about it, I'm kind of like, well, Braun Strowman and the Big Show, we've kind of seen that before with the Big Show and Kane and the Undertaker, Big Show and Undertaker. You know, we've seen the 2 big guy tag team before. So, I don't know. Now, the pick that I'm really leaning towards, and you guys can, debate this with me if you like, it's cool, because probably all going to be wrong anyway. It's probably going to be somebody stupid. But I'm thinking Bray Wyatt. And the reason I say that is the whole thing with him and Matt Hardy, how that ended. And I did read online that they're actually looking to repackage Bray Wyatt and bring him back with not really a new gimmick, but just kind of a new origin story, I guess you'd say. Kind of give him something more. Kind of like what they did with the Bludgeon Brothers. So I could see Bray Wyatt coming back. Braun Strowman kind of crediting Bray Wyatt to getting his career started, bringing him in, into the Wyatt family, getting him that boost and that push in the right direction. And Bray Wyatt kind of playing the role of the only person who can really control Braun. Not necessarily like the whole mind control crap or anything, but just the aspect of Braun goes crazy, he's going to kill somebody, and Bray Wyatt is the voice of reason, that type of thing. I think it would fit well, and I'd like to see Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman as tag champions. I think Bray Wyatt deserves that. I think last year they kind of screwed him over too, the whole thing with Randy Orton, making them tag champions, have Orton turn on him. Bray Wyatt wins the WWE title, and Orton beats him at WrestleMania for it. That whole thing was bullcrap in my opinion. So I think that Bray Wyatt deserves a legitimate shot and a legitimate title run, and I think him and Braun will make great tag champions. So that's who I'm going with. We'll see how that plays out. The SmackDown Tag Team title match, triple threat. How many freaking triple threats and fatal four-ways do we need at WrestleMania? I mean, okay, that's my rant there. Usos, Bludgeon Brothers, New Day. I think the Bludgeon Brothers are finally going to get it. When they were Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, part of the Wyatt family, they had several opportunities at the tag straps. They always fell short. They never could get the job done. Now, when they come back repackaged as the Bludgeon Brothers, they had that new fire and that new intensity about them that basically says, look, we're legitimate threats. We're going to take the titles. We're going to take the straps. We're going to be the best freaking tag team in the WWE. Nobody can stop us. All these matches that they've done, the combinations of fighting the Usos and the New Day over the past several weeks and how they've dominated and stuff. And the Usos and the New Day are like, what do we do? How are we going to beat these guys? I just think it all leans towards the Bludgeon Brothers winning the tag straps. I think they deserve it. I think they should win it. That's who I'm going with, is the Bludgeon Brothers to win the tag straps. Next match, another triple threat. No, actually a fatal four-way, I'm sorry. Fatal four-way for the U.S. title. Orton defending against Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal, and Rusev. Now, I will say this before I go on with any more predictions, that I feel this WrestleMania is going to have a lot of title changes. And that's kind of rare with WrestleManias. Typically, you might see maybe 3 at the most. But this year, I can legitimately see the majority, if not all, of the titles changing hands, which we'll discuss throughout the rest of my predictions. But I feel that Rusev is going to win the U.S. title. I feel that they've been pushing him, this whole Rusev Day gimmick, everything going on with him. The fans are getting behind him. Rusev needs a good, strong push in a general direction where he's a face, a full-time face, baby face, whatever. He wins the U.S. title. He has that big, good guy feeling. And then put him in a program feuding with Jinder Mahal over that title. I think that would do great for Rusev. I think that he's worked hard. He deserves it. He was U.S. champion before, and he did a great job holding that title until he was fed to John Cena at WrestleMania a few years ago. But I think that this is an opportunity for Rusev to redeem himself, repackage himself. Rusev Day is one of the most incredible, hilarious things I've ever seen. You got other superstars talking about it. The fans are all behind it. So Rusev should be the one to win the U.S. Championship at WrestleMania. I think that is what they're building towards, and I think that would be great for him. So I'm going for Rusev to win the match and win the U.S. title. Triple threat match. The Miz defending against Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. The Miz is going to have to drop the title for 2 reasons. Number one, he's held it for a while. Now, I know they're talking about the whole longest reigning time, not consecutive, what's the word I'm looking for? Accumulative days as being champion, and The Miz is very close to breaking that record. The Miz can break that record later on. He can come back, in a few months, win the title back, hold on to it for another 2, 3, 4 months to break that record. He doesn't need to break it right now. I feel that The Miz will drop the title so that he can go off TV for about 2 or 3 months because him and Maurice just had a baby girl. You'd think that he would want to be at home with his wife, with his new baby, kind of get that whole family feel and all that good stuff. And The Miz has been a major workhorse for the WWE for a while. I mean, he is one of the guys that he is there every show, whether he's doing his Miz TV gimmick, whether he has a match. He competes at all the pay-per-views. He's always there. He's a 100% full-timer. He deserves a break. I mean, the only time he really gets any breaks is when he's filming movies. I think that he's deserved this opportunity to take a break, take about 2 to 3 months off, spend it with Maurice and his baby. So I can see The Miz dropping the championship. Now, who do I think is going to win that title? I've got to go with Finn Balor. The main reason because Finn Balor has not really done anything since coming back from his injury, where he won the Undisputed Championship, the first Undisputed Champion, had to relinquish the title the very next day because of the separated shoulder issue. go to surgery, rehab, yada yada. He comes back several months later. He's done nothing. Finn Balor needs to win a championship, and he needs to have a legitimate run with that title. Seth Rollins, incredible performer, don't get me wrong, but he don't have anything. He has nothing to prove. Putting the Intercontinental Championship on Seth Rollins is really going to do nothing for him. The only thing it will do for Rollins is give him that whole accolade of winning all the titles WWE has to offer. Because he's a former tag champion, former U.S. champion, former NXT champion, and former WWE champion. So, I mean, that's really the only thing that I could see that the reason of putting the Intercontinental Championship on Seth Rollins. That would be the only purpose. But I'm thinking with Rollins is that he's just going to keep on kind of doing his thing, having incredible matches, putting on incredible shows, probably have a feud or two here and there with some other people, maybe even feud with Finn Balor after WrestleMania over the U.S. title. But they're holding him back for Ambrose's return. Because I think that Rollins and Ambrose are going to get back together. They got some unfinished business. And plus you got the whole unfinished thing with Jason Jordan. The only reason Rollins is in this match right now is because Jason Jordan got injured and wasn't able to compete at WrestleMania. Because I feel that they were building for a Jason Jordan versus Seth Rollins at Mania match. Well, that's not going to happen. Rollins gets thrown into this triple threat match. He's there. He's going to make the match legitimate. He's going to make the match awesome. It's going to be an incredible match between these three guys. But Finn Balor, I believe, is walking away Sunday as the Intercontinental Champion. That's my pick. Miz, some people have said, nah, Miz is going to retain. He's going to retain. I don't know. But I'm going with Balor. So far, that's what? The Raw Tag titles changing hands. SmackDown Tag title changing hands. U.S. title changing hands. Intercontinental Championship changing hands. So that's 4 titles right there that I'm predicting are going to change hands. Next match. Bliss versus Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, I believe that Alexa Bliss is going to retain. I know they're building Nia Jax up. And that they're putting her out to be the legitimate threat. Yada, yada. She's going to win. She's going to get the championship. All this. I really think that that's great. And everything, but I don't see Nia Jax really being able to pull it off as being Raw Women's Champion. I just don't, I can't picture her as a champion, at least not right now. Alexa Bliss is an incredible champion. She has everything that you would want out of a champion. You love to hate her, you love to love her. She's a great mouthpiece, she's great on the mic. Her and Mickie James are a great pair. I think that they do well together. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. And I actually predicted this months ago. I feel that Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, somehow, they're going to screw Nia Jax over. So Alexa Bliss retains. Nia Jax is going to go berserk, and she is going to completely crush both of them and leave them dead in the ring. Cue Carmella's music. Carmella rushes out, pins Alexa to become the new Raw Women's Champion by cashing in her Money in the Bank. That's what I'm going with. The reason I'm thinking this is because Carmella on SmackDown the past few weeks now, she keeps on running out like she's going to cash in on Charlotte, and she never never gets it done. And I think they're building it up to where she's going to cash in at WrestleMania. The first ever women's Money in the Bank, you know she's going to win the championship. But she's not going to cash in on Asuka. Because I just don't see them feeding that to Asuka. Asuka's not, they're not going to let her cash in on Asuka or the Charlotte Asuka match and win the title. The only way I could see that happening is if she cashes in kind of like what happened with Seth Rollins a few years ago. Like Charlotte and Asuka have an incredible match. They're both just beat the crap up. They're both laid out in the middle of the ring. Carmella cashes in and pins Charlotte. That's the only way I could really see that happening. But if they do that, then it's going to go on as a loss to Asuka. Asuka's not going to lose anytime soon. I'll get to that match in a moment. Carmella coming to Raw, cashing in Money in the Bank to win the title makes sense because Asuka going to SmackDown, then Carmella comes to Raw. That's just the way I look at it. Superstar shakeup being around the corner. Lord knows who else is going to go, what's going to happen with that. But I think Carmella, she's worked hard. She's proven herself. She's had some really great matches. She's come a long way. She's held that Money in the Bank briefcase for a very, very long time. And she's done a great job of playing the role of the legitimate bad guy. I can cash in anytime and screw everybody's dreams up. So that's my prediction. I feel that Jax is going to screw over or Bliss is going to screw over Jax. Jax is going to lose her cool. She's going to crush Bliss, leave her laying in the ring. Carmella's going to rush out, cash in, win the match, and take the Raw title home. So that's 5 title matches so far, 5 title changes. Charlotte versus Asuka. Asuka's going to win. Bottom line, no doubt about it. I mean, my gosh, Asuka and The Miz had to win the freaking Mixed Match Challenge just to keep Asuka's streak intact. Lord forbid Asuka loses. It's not, I get it, she's incredible, but this whole undefeated streak thing, it's gone a little bit too far, in my opinion. I would love to see Charlotte beat Asuka at Mania, but this is Asuka's first WrestleMania, her first mainstream title match. She is not going to lose. Asuka beats Charlotte. Now, I have no doubt that this match is going to be absolutely incredible. Probably one of the best matches on the card. That's the reason why they put Asuka against Charlotte instead of Alexa Bliss. Because Charlotte is going to deliver. Charlotte and Asuka are going to go out there and they're going to beat the total crap out of each other. And I can see them going for probably 30 minutes. Incredible back and forth match. Asuka's going to win. Asuka's going home SmackDown champion. SmackDown Women's Champion. 6 title matches, 6 title changes so far. Like I said, it's crazy. But anyway, Asuka, my prediction, and you can take this to the bank. Asuka wins the title. She's going to keep it all the way till next year's Mania. She's going to lose it to Ronda Rousey next year at WrestleMania. That's my prediction. We'll see how it plays out. Next match, tag team match. Daniel Barber making his in-ring return after 3 years. Can't wait for that. He's teaming with Shane McMahon to take on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Now, a lot of people are probably going to be like, why? That makes no sense to me. But this is the way I'm rolling with this match. I think Daniel Bryan is going to turn on Shane McMahon, and he's going to go heel. And the reason I say that is because, think about this for a moment. Number one, it's the McMahon. And we remember all the crap that Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon, and Triple H put Daniel Bryan through several years ago en route to him defeating Batista and Randy Orton in the triple threat match at Mania to win the championship. So, plus this whole deal with him losing 3 years of his career due to that neck injury. I can see Daniel Bryan kind of using that as motive for why he turns on Shane McMahon. He aligns himself with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I can see them being a really awesome stable on SmackDown. When's the last time we've had an incredible stable? We've got the Undisputed Era on NXT, but they're not really doing that much. We need a awesome stable. Daniel Bryan as SmackDown General Manager, I'm sure, he'll lose that position, but the fact that he'd have that influence on the rest of the roster, he aligns himself with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That way they don't lose their jobs, because that's another big thing about this match. That's another reason why I don't see Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon winning. But the way it's going to go down, I feel that Shane's going to be in there. They're going to have a good back and forth match, yada yada. Daniel Bryan is going to get tagged in, and I think he's just going to turn around and deck the living crap out of Shane. It's going to be a 3-on-1 beatdown on Shane. Kevin Owens going to powerbomb him. Daniel Bryan's going to put the cattle mutilation or whatever they want to call it. It's going to be a beatdown on Shane. Sami Zayn with the hula kick. Shane McMahon's going down. And then that way it builds up. New faction. Daniel Bryan's heel. Fans are like, what the crap's going on? Doesn't matter. Daniel Bryan's still going to get cheered either way. Doesn't matter which way they go with him, because people wanting to see him back in the ring. They don't care what he's doing, just as long as he's in the ring wrestling. So that's my prediction. Daniel Bryan turns on Shane. There we go. That's the way I'm going with that one. All right, Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle versus Triple H, Stephanie McMahon. WWE is killing me here with this. All this part-timer bullcrap. Triple H needs to go away. All right, he needs to just stay in the executive office where he belongs, run NXT, come out when he needs to, yada yada. I'm sick and tired of seeing Triple H coming out, having to stick his nose in stuff, and take the spotlight that should be rightfully given to someone else. He did this crap with Sting. Sting comes to WWE. We could finally have Sting versus Undertaker, and Triple H couldn't do it. Triple H's ego, he just had to have the whole spotlight moment of crushing the last remnant of WCW, and then we know the rest of the story with Sting. Sting can't wrestle anymore because of an injury he sustained at Night of Champions against Seth Rollins. That whole thing ticks me off. Don't get me wrong, Triple H is an incredible competitor. He's awesome. He's great in the office. He knows his role. He knows what he's doing. Awesome. I love what he's doing with NXT. You know, without Triple H, Lord knows where the WWE would be right now. I mean, you look at all the bridges that he's mended, all the talent that he's brought in, stuff that Vince McMahon would have never done. So yeah, kudos to Triple H for stuff like that. But Triple H, your in-ring time, if you're going to be an in-ring competitor, you need to be an in-ring competitor more than once a year. All right? You need to come out, you need to wrestle more than that. Maybe 4 or 5, maybe even 6 times a year. You know, be a presence. Don't just come out for stupid stuff like this. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle are going to win this match. Ronda Rousey's going to make Stephanie McMahon tap out. There's no doubt about it. We're not going to see Ronda Rousey lose her first match. That's my prediction for that one. Nothing else really left to be said. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I feel, now my opinion is that this match should be the main event for WrestleMania. It should be. Most likely than not, it's going to be Lesnar and Reigns. But I think the main event should be AJ and Shinsuke. Because I just think that match has more power to it, more pull to it. I think that match is going to be a lot more enjoyable, a lot more powerful, a lot more incredible matchup. And I think AJ and Shinsuke deserve that. But anyway. So far, like I was saying, all these title matches, I went through 6 so far, and I predict the title changes in all of them. And I don't think that WWE is going to allow every single championship to change hands. So this is what I'm saying. I think AJ is going to retain. And here's the reason why. This is AJ Styles' 3rd WrestleMania. All right? His first WrestleMania, he lost to Chris Jericho, which to me was stupid. I don't think he should have lost to Jericho. I think he should have won that match. Last year, he had the match with Shane McMahon, which, meh. He won, but yeah, I just don't. That match was not really all that great. I don't think AJ is going to lose again. I think AJ right now, he has so much momentum behind him. WWE has really built him up to be one of the star players in all of WWE, especially on SmackDown. He's carrying that brand on his back. And Shinsuke Nakamura, he's an incredible talent. Don't get me wrong. But I just don't think he's quite ready to step in and be the champion just yet. I think this thing with Shinsuke, I think that Shinsuke deserves the championship, but I believe that he needs to go just a little longer. I mean, he started out on NXT. He won the NXT championship. They had that whole back and forth crap with him and Samoa Joe, and then he turns around and drops the title to Bobby Roode. He didn't even hold the NXT championship for more than, a month each time he had it. And I just don't think it's fair to AJ for Shinsuke to win the championship. At least not yet. I think Shinsuke's title championship win should be held off till maybe SummerSlam. I think that would be a more opportune time to put the strap on him. Give him a little bit more time in SmackDown, or move him over to Raw and let him go for the Raw title. I think AJ should keep the championship. That's my pick. That's what I feel, how I feel about it. Incredible matchup, yes. They are going to go back and forth. They're going to steal the show. Right now, my prediction is AJ versus Shinsuke is going to be the best match in WrestleMania. If not, one of the best matches of all time. I really believe it. I think they'll win Match of the Year whenever they do the whole Slammy Awards. But I don't think AJ Styles is going to lose the title. I think he's going to retain. Handshake in the middle of the ring, show of respect, yada, yada, yada. That's the way I see it going down. I don't think all the titles are going to change hands. I just don't think that's going to happen. I just don't. I can't say that enough. So AJ Styles, I believe, is going to retain the championship. He's going to carry it on through the Superstar Shakeup, get some more feuds going. I would like to see Bobby Roode and AJ feud over the championship. I'd like to see Samoa Joe maybe drafted to SmackDown, maybe see AJ and Samoa Joe. You know, these classic, incredible matches that happened in TNA, we can actually start seeing those matches in WWE. They'll be a lot better, you know, and I think that they have the opportunity to do this. So that's my prediction. I think that AJ Styles retains. Now, Lesnar and Roman Reigns. No doubt Roman Reigns is going to win. I think that's bullcrap. I don't like Lesnar either. The only reason I don't like Lesnar is I don't like this whole part-time crap. I'm sick and tired of the part-time BS. I've been sick of it ever since The Rock came and took the title off of CM Punk and the mess with Goldberg. You know, all this crap. I'm so freaking tired of it. If you're going to be in the freaking WWE and you're going to be a legitimate competitor and you're going to have a strap put around your waist, you need to be defending that championship at every single pay-per-view. All right, now, Lesnar took the title off of Goldberg at last year's WrestleMania. Goldberg should have never had that freaking title to begin with. That whole crap with him taking it off Kevin Owens was complete BS. Okay, that's enough of that. But anyway, Lesnar has defended that championship, what, 4 times in the past year? Maybe 5? I can't remember all. And each time he's defended it, he's dominated. He left Roman Reigns laying twice. 3 times, really. Because what we saw on Monday Night Raw this past week, yeah, Roman Reigns hits him with 5 Superman punches, and then Lesnar just jumps up and hits him with the F5, and Roman Reigns is dead. I mean, come on. Going into this match, it should be a no-brainer. Lesnar dominates, beats the crap out of Roman Reigns, and retains the championship. That's the way it should go down. But they've got to get that title off of Lesnar and put it on Roman Reigns, a full-timer. When's the last time a full-timer has had the belt? Kevin Owens. All right, Kevin Owens was the last one, and that's been over a year ago. All right, that was what, Royal Rumble, I believe? Was it Royal Rumble when Goldberg beat Kevin Owens for the belt? I believe it was. I could be wrong, but anyway. So it's been well over a year, regardless, since a full-timer has had the Universal Championship. Now, Roman Reigns beats Lesnar. That's no doubt. And I don't know who he'll feud with after that. I've read on the stat sheets and stuff that there's rumors going around that he may feud against Samoa Joe. That could be good. Okay. But Lesnar, when he drops this title, I think he should go. I think he should shake Roman Reigns' hand. I think that should be it. I think Lesnar should ride off into the sunset with his head held high. And Lesnar should be inducted into the Hall of Fame next year. And that's it for Lesnar. I mean, he's been back in WWE now for what, 6 years? 5 or 6 years now since he came back. And he's competed and he's been part-timer the whole time. Yeah, he's a big marquee draw. Yeah, he's a great competitor. Yeah, he's a badass, whatever you want to call him. But I'm tired of the part-time crap. I'm sick of it. I want to see you 110%. I want to see you there all the time. And Lesnar's not going to fulfill that. Lesnar's not going to do that. He doesn't need to be champion. He doesn't need to be WWE anymore. So I predict Roman Reigns wins the title. So out of 8 title matches, I'm predicting 7 title changes. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But those are my predictions. Now, this whole thing with Cena and The Undertaker, I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm absolutely shocked. I just finished watching SmackDown. And I'm really shocked. I expected Undertaker to make a presence on SmackDown to accept Cena's challenge. Here we are. It's Wednesday. WrestleMania is this Sunday. And Undertaker has not said anything. And I don't think this is going to be one of those social media bullcrap. I just don't see it happening. Will Undertaker show up at Mania? Could it happen? Could we just be sitting there waiting on maybe another match or something, and all of a sudden you hear the bell toll and The Undertaker comes out? It's possible. Cena's supposedly going to be there as a, quote, fan. Maybe Cena is in the arena and he comes to the ring and starts running his mouth about WrestleMania and how great it is, yada, yada, yada. And all of a sudden The Undertaker's music hits. And then he comes down to the ring. Now, can they do this and make it a match, though? I don't think so. I think it'll be, if anything, I think it'll be a confrontation. Now, my original thought about this was that The Undertaker would accept the challenge, but he'd come back as the American Badass. Then the reason this made sense to me was the whole thing with Kid Rock being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I could see it. Kid Rock, Undertaker, he did the Undertaker's theme song for when he was the American Badass. That made sense to me because the Undertaker leaving his hat and his trench coat and everything in the ring last year, kind of signifying that he was retiring that character, that gimmick. Bring him back as the American Badass. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I think WWE screwed this up big time. They put all this emphasis, they wasted all this airtime with John Cena coming out, running his mouth for 15 to 20 minutes, 4 weeks in a row, talking about The Undertaker on Monday Night Raw, for The Undertaker to just no-show. The whole thing with Kane and that match, Undertaker no-show. No response, nothing. It makes The Undertaker look stupid. It makes him look weak. It steals any legitimacy that he had. I mean, they did that whenever they let him lose to Roman Reigns last year. That was stupid. That was absolutely stupid. Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar, 4 years ago? or 5 years ago now. That should have been it. That should have done it. Undertaker should have been inducted into the Hall of Fame the very next year, not facing Bray Wyatt, then not coming back and facing Shane McMahon, then not coming back and facing Roman Reigns. I see the whole idea of, oh, he's passing the torch, Roman Reigns' yard, he's the big dog, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Then you should have never let him lose to Brock Lesnar. It didn't do nothing for Brock Lesnar's career to be the one to break the streak either. Undertaker's streak had to be broken eventually. I get that. But the thing with Cena now, what's the purpose of this match? To give Undertaker one last hurrah so the Undertaker can go off with a plus in his column, finish his career, what would it be, 23-2? Or is it 24-2? Overall, I don't even remember what his freaking record is. But anyway, yeah, it would be 24-2. Because Cena's not going to benefit from beating Taker at WrestleMania. There's no sense in that. So, I don't think this match is going to happen. If anything, I think it'll be a confrontation. That's all I can see. A confrontation, maybe a setup for next year's WrestleMania. WrestleMania 35, Undertaker versus Cena, one last time. Undertaker's final hurrah. Ducked him into the Hall of Fame that next year. Let him have his match with Cena. Let him beat Cena. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, they did it with Rock and Cena. Set up a match for the following year's WrestleMania. They set that up on the Monday Night Raw after Mania. That's a possibility, but, I mean, you got a ton of matches on the card already. They're talking like WrestleMania is going to run for freaking 7 hours. Start time at 5, and then going to go all the way through till 11 o'clock, 11:30. I mean, come on. Freaking ridiculous for a pay-per-view. But anyhow, so there you have it. That's my predictions for WrestleMania 34 this Sunday. We'll see how many of them I get right, how many swerves I get right with the thing with Daniel Bryan turning heel, Carmella cashing in. You know, we'll see what all happens. But those are my predictions. That's what I think. Some of them are probably wrong. If not, I might have all of them wrong. You never know. But comment. You know, let me know. Let's debate this a little bit. Let's talk about it and see what you guys think. Also, if you haven't subscribed to H.A. Duke Entertainment, please feel free to do so. Like I said, I'm going to try to get EFW going again. Going to do some other streams. Probably start streaming Minecraft. Do some other games, you know, whatever. So, yeah, definitely do that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And let's see what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win WrestleMania? Or win at WrestleMania this Sunday? Leave your comments down in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is H.A. Duke with H.A. Duke Entertainment, and I'll talk to you guys later.